Hello boys, my name is Koyoshi and welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough of Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. The Tower of Doom, that is. Forgot that I switched. In the last video we left off finishing level 5 of the Tower of Doom. Now we have to go to preemptive level 6 because there's 8. This place said we can't deal with anything else. We have only one, also defeated another giant boss, so we have only one more enemy to encounter, and that is the last giant boss, which I finally figured out what it is. It is actually a giant just a different one than I initially anticipated. So, I already bought a cooldown clock, as you can see, and we're gonna go straight into the second battle because the left one has way too many enemies for my liking. Much rather deal with skippers than I would get an extra assist and not really get much else from it. So, yeah, that's a battle I want to avoid. So, we're going with this one instead, despite there being a lot of long-ranged attackers here. Since we can't really change much, we'll go straight into this first battle. Alright. We'll start with a summon. And so we started with a little bit of a different team setup this time, Luigi being the newest addition to our team. But we still have our same characters that we had before. Into Speech, Rabbit Rosalina, and of course, now we have Luigi. It actually worked pretty well for baiting the enemies out a bit. I'm just gonna honestly throw Luigi up there anyway and have him use Ether here. Efferine. Efferine is best on Luigi since he's really hard to move to the right spot if you don't have Efferine. The next best one is probably Rabbit Rosalina, of course, but I don't have enough range for any of that. Great, we don't even have enough range on these enemies. My goodness, how many times are we gonna have to pass the turn before we get in range? Yeah, well, at least Luigi can get as close as he wants to. Probably put him like here though. And move a bit farther so we can take out that enemy that's closest to us. And Peach will probably fire on the next closest enemy. Probably have to protect as well, since we're about a bit of damage, maybe, if we don't do anything. Although I could actually save it for another turn, who knows. Although I might use Uni next turn, so yeah, we don't really have much we can do here. We'll just do this. I will say this is probably the worst first battle setup I've had in a while. No regular attacks to deal with. All of the enemies are long range, so they'll tediously run away, making it even harder to hit them. They're also all scopers, so they can hit us from farther away. They all do double attacks. So, even if we had attack them, we're still gonna probably take some damage anyway. It's a bit annoying, but we can't really avoid a lot of attacks, so we'll have to play the range game and attack them from a distance, or find some way to flank them and attack them that way instead. For sure, Reiji will have to be behind cover. There, we're just gonna have to probably take out as many of these foxes as we can. Yes, they do look like foxes after all, if anyone wonders. Alright. Alright. We're gonna have Nisha move up like this so she can get close enough to Uni as the targets. I will just say so, hit all of them with the Uni right away. But then we'll dash and attack another one instead. We do not have enough range to Peach's action yet. Because the leading will have to go to him if we want to change the faction. I don't think it would be great then. Well, Peach is just gonna throw herself behind cover since she's already... Though she can't really attack well without doing a lot of enemies. Okay, well, I guess we could use an item if we wanted to, but keep in mind this is the first battle, so we can't really use much items. He's probably gonna hit someone. Yeah. This is the one reason why I initially didn't want to do the battle. I was honestly considering whether or not to do the other battle or not. I was really mixed up on what to do. Maybe not going with Sippers would have been a nice choice. But then again, this is also level 6. I think the battles just get a lot more tense now. Oh, great, now we have a choice. Do we take even more damage? Do we just take out the criminals and say we're done with that? We didn't start with much AoE either. Maybe I should actually skip this. I don't know if I like this at all. 6 scalpers at once with no AoE? I don't think that's a good strat at all.
Let's dance.
Okay, we are still gonna mech. We're just gonna have to change the way I do this. Liji's not gonna need Efferine right away, but we are gonna change up our strategy a bit. Move these characters a bit closer sooner. Stuff I initially didn't want to do, but probably gonna want to do anyway. We'll again use the Slashat. We're just gonna have to hope the Slashat survives for long, maybe. Honestly. See how else we could get us done. Not gonna lie, I was really considering skipping this battle.
Here we go.
We'll probably just have to say that we might have to take a lot of damage and even lose characters early on, but it's part of the setup, I guess. Liji doesn't really have a safety setup. I'm gonna just use effort with him then. I was gonna do something else, but I don't know. In case you're wondering, the other battle had a lot of enemies and was gonna take a long time if I did it that way, or I could choose to go with a different battle setup altogether, but then I just get screwed by other things instead. It's just... Literally, the options were either deal with a bunch of scopers, the most annoying, tedious enemy in my opinion, same, for just doing impressive damage and running away while being very tanky at the same time, or just a lot more enemies raw, which just takes even longer. So it's like, what do I even do? I cannot take that one out. Should have used the splash. Yeah, we'll have to just use Uni here. We'll attack Uni, I guess. Yeah, don't really have much of a choice here. We'll protect on the second turn instead. At least this got rid of 2 of the scopers right away. Yeah, I think we'll just have to take damage, unfortunately. The fact that not all the battles can be done damageless just makes it tricky. And the fact that Setters also have right range is also even more annoying, because that means they will always attack. Hopefully I have an easy target this time. Alright. Okay, Luigi thankfully has an easy strat for this turn.
Let's go.
But I will hit first before I do that. So I think we just want to bend rush and defeat as many scopers as we can then. It means we should just be attacking this time around. Because why else would we not do it? Because if we don't do anything, this is just gonna completely mess up our turn. And just completely ruin it. Okay. Figured that combo will eliminate 1 enemy. Then we need to see where Luigi could go next. We might have to do a double set of team jumps, probably. One to get Luigi a bit closer, and another to get us to the enemy so she can attack.
Well,
I think I'll film like here. Yeah, we definitely want to focus on attacking as many of the Siffers as we can, honestly. If we don't, then there's just gonna be no way we win this battle. The fact that they threw a battle, they could even throw a battle as tough as this, so annoyingly early in the game, just makes me feel like, what should I do better? Should I, or do I not? It's just so annoying. This isn't one of my least favorite enemies, but it is still one of the most annoying enemies in the game, and things considered, and we don't really have a good setup to do this. I don't know. Now, I get it. This is the hardest version of a tower. It's supposed to be like this, but I still think it's very frickin' fiddle. Like, having this many as early on is already very annoying enough on its own. But having other damage alongside it is just really annoying. So, yeah. Like I said, honestly, the smartest way is just literally focus on using all the attacks we can to just aggressively target and take out as many scopers. But still also take out the portals each time we do that. So each portal should be removed as well. So that won't change. What will change is how we set up our characters each time. I think I'm gonna move Luigi further away and actually see if I can change the setup up a bit so that Luigi will hit 1 portal from a decent distance away. Actually, what if I do this way? Does that do more damage? No. I'll still use it though. Rose, attack, this way.
Seriously?
And then Peach can just attack like this. That was a lot to send just for 1 full turn, but what can we do? Honestly, as long as we don't lose all of our characters, we're really fine. I'm just a bit annoyed that I'm gonna have to heal at all because, as you know, I like playing more like the safety route, because this is supposed to be like a rogue-style version of a different version of how you play this game. So, you don't want to take much damage at all. You want to try and get through battles in one turn, do battles easier, or just find strategies that let you battles while taking as little damage as possible. So when you have to take damage like that, it just gets really annoying for me, and that's why this battle can just be super hard. And of course it's all random, so it could have done any other battle besides this one. It could have done any other setup. There are tons of different setups the game could have chosen. But it chose Zephyr's, of course, because it wants us to Zephyr, clearly. Alright. Since I want to play it as safe as I can, I'm going to have Luigi go back as far as we can and just hope we land a shot. And, of course, we don't miss, so we're going to take even more damage. Honestly, I don't care what happens anymore about the setup. We just need to not have all of our monsters at once, and we'll be fine. We also have different ways we could deal with it. Okay, I have an idea now that we have the Squashette back. Squashette, you spawn in here. You're gonna pretty much mess with that. Oh, or that. Oh, or not. It's just gonna go that way instead. I was trying to manipulate him to go the other way, but that works, I guess. But anyways, we got more portals to deal with. Whoop-de-doo, no surprise there. It seems like we get is just portals in this madness. Alright. Now that we have only one scoper, the battle should be a bit more safer. If I have to have characters take damage, I'll probably just have to either send in one character, or maybe, in my case, probably send in just Rose. Stuff off. Anyways, we'll run away for sure, so we can, get a chance to maybe not take a lot of damage this time. Hey, for once he didn't do anything. Good, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Now I'm hoping either we could actually pass to have him take out if we want, but we do have Team Barrier back again, so let's at least use that and go somewhat aggressive. But H will probably have to stay back, unless, oh no, she can actually do something. So actually, I'll have, I think I want Peach to go like this way, maybe even close to Peach. We'll just attack. Luigi will, of course, be the one that stays behind, because he needs to be the furthest back, so he hopefully doesn't take a lot of damage. I want to use a Steely Stare now, ideally, and I should check the range action. So if I want to get that, I have to... Oh, okay, well, I can't do that for sure, because I need to be within range to guarantee a hit, so... What I'll do now is... Rose is gonna attack. And since I want to guarantee that Luigi shoots, I think I'm just gonna have to splash attack now. Let's splash attack. I threw this on Rose because she's better when using those abilities. Ah. Even through that, he still survived all of that. It just shows you how tinkly annoying these scopers are. But we're gonna definitely take him out. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. It's just very tedious. So, because of that, we are definitely gonna need to use the healer strategy. Thankfully, honestly, I didn't even mention it because I didn't mention, but there is technically a way to get around losing out the other stuff. I was initially panicked because, well, this is literally the very first floor of the game. Losing this much right off the bat is typically not great. Oh my gosh, I cannot move properly for some reason. Alright, that was not the best, but whatever. I opted to go for an HP healer thing, but on hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done that. I guess the first thing we should do is check to see if there's a battle that will heal us up. There's only one, and it's only for 30%. Or we could actually just destroy the Dart Missiles and go for free heals. That would probably actually be better, even though it would be solar. So maybe I will do that. But if I want to do that, I want to at least show the healer strategy. So here's the idea for my strat. Because I took a lot of damage, I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat. This is the first time you're going to be seeing me do this in the game. Also, I'll do just that as my healing pickup the first time. And we're going to go in here because it actually has better rewards overall. And it has free versions of the healers we can use. So if we survive, we could actually opt not to use it. But for the purposes of the video, I do want to show off the full effect of the ability. So, you ever wondered how to get a full team heal? Well, it's actually fairly simple. Just find a character that you're not going to attack with. In this case, I'll use Rose for this method. And what you're going to want to do is go in and use healer for random HP. If you did not get fully healed, you're going to want to go in and select the restart battle option and then immediately retry. It's basically just like the strategy for if you don't get a 150% attack boost at the start of the boss battle, you'll want to reset there as well. You'll want to do that pretty much indefinitely until you get the best result. Or in this case, you simply just want to do it until you're fully healed. Once you're fully healed, continue to battle, and there you go. There's your free-ish team heal. I say free-ish as in, it's not actually a free team heal, it's only a semi-free team heal. It's still very great, though. It definitely works better. Also, I prefer this battle anyways, because these guys are all melee, so they're not going to be nearly as threatening as the other enemies. Honestly, just the scopers in general were probably the biggest threat here. Do I want to actually move closer maybe with two of my characters and protect early with Peach? That might be better, actually. Keep in mind, my head will move a lot at the start of the turns. So I need to consider where I'm going to place her. Yes, it's a she. That's what it's supposed to say. Okay, I cannot buff the minion. So in that case, I'm going to back up a bit, actually. And maybe have Rose team jump only. And just attack this one other enemy. It's also only a weak set though, so it's not gonna really do much. It also will probably just focus on our own squash set, so this minion should be great. And then I think if the movement survives, we'll pat. It's probably not gonna work though. Yeah, no surprise there. Almost always die right away. But honestly, I don't mind this. These are just melee opponents. These are much easier to deal with. These are the kind of battles we want to see more of. The range battles I hate more, because obviously there's no way to avoid taking damage, but battles we can kind of choose when damage or not, so it's not as terribly bad. Obviously, the Goombas can be somewhat risky if they get their move off, but that's only if you let them do that. If you're good with your moves, you won't need that. Also, kind of underestimated, but Peach is also really great at taking out Goombas, so if you don't want to move very forward much, you can actually just have Peach take out the Goombas herself. If I go like here, I can actually take out all three Goombas and damage the others, which can be great, as long as you make sure they're not able to move within your range. And you can use the I forget his name, Beepo. I just remembered it. Let's use Splash now, rather than later. Better to do at least something. Hit the tankier enemy there so I can move him away. That way we can maybe dash this one and actually take out the other enemy. Let's see if we can outright do it. Nope. But if we use this, we can probably get damage in like that. Because he bounces after he gets attacked there. And then Luigi can actually also use Steely Stare to take out a target or two. So this battle may actually not be that bad. Honestly, the fact that we just have only melee enemies is great. These are kind of more of the battles we want to see. And yes, because we are very late into the tower levels, like level 3, 6+, each battle will be much more trickier. They also start rewarding less rewards. I think at one point we've gotten up to 100 things as a reward before, but not in this mode. There's almost hardly any things we can get at all, so it's kind of more tedious. So it gets harder and harder to do these missions as we get further in. Let's take out these guys first. And let's see if Luigi can help Viz get farther. She cannot. He cannot. Alright. They'll have to both team jump next turn, probably. Then I'm gonna have Luigi cannot even attack. So I'm gonna have to move over a bit with Luigi. And say that Luigi is gonna hit this time. He'll probably then hit the furthest away eye, while we'll have Peach hit the next eye, and then this eye with Viz, and that should just finish the battle. That's assuming we all get in range, that is. As you can see, Luigi is not terribly bad for the Dark Mist eyes. In fact, he is pretty great if used properly. The only problem is he can only hit one eye at a time, whereas other characters can hit multiple at once. Alright, so if I want to make this work, Rose goes first, and... But I'm not gonna hit yet, because I want to make sure that I'm actually in range of the things I want to attack. We'll just have to go as far as we can with Luigi. Okay, since he can use that, he's gonna be the first one that makes a shot. Now we just need to check and see if Peach can do the same thing now. We can each vault over as well, which will help out with our slightly closer Alright, well, in that case, we've gotten through the battle, because Peach can do this, and those will just do this to finish off the battle, nice and easy. There we go. Fortunately, I didn't any characters there. We do need to find characters eventually, since we do want at least a little bit of balance out in our team. We got one man, unfortunately. The rest kind of spawned really far away. Maybe cleaning up the other coins was probably starting to play, but whatever, it's fine.
Can I do this later?
For a leveled battle, or a battle that other levels us, that wasn't bad. Alright, hopefully we can go for this a bit faster, because honestly that first battle was just really rough, but we survived, that's all that matters. We'll buy a chest, and since we don't have enough... So yeah, we'll buy this as well. I was considering whether or not to get a strong man now or later, but anyway. I think we can probably stick with less healing items though, because now we have the automatic healing set up, we can heal wherever. Ooh, interesting. Do we go for Edge, or do we go for a second minion summon plus bonus, but in exchange we have to defeat more enemies? Or we go for our character, but look who we have to defeat. It's those freaking Magic Koopas. I don't know about you, but I hate Magic Koopas, and I do not want to deal with them as little as possible. We'll have to get our character later, which means, yeah, Luigi might be sticking around for a bit longer. It's not going to change the stun lock at all. All that's going to happen, really, is, if anything, Luigi's actually going to be just probably staying back for the most part, be able to hit the enemy each turn. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot. We need to actually level up our Sparks. I've been so silly because I've been, like, missing out other stuff that I forgot to level up my Sparks. So let's do that really quick. Also, I think going for this is still really good because we still need 6 Sparks by the end of the game anyway. So I'll level up each of these once, get them to level 2. And then, before we forget, we need to get... Oh, we actually got 2 sets of free. That's actually good. Alright, so what does Luigi get again? I forget. I know we can get either movement or range and do many different things. But, I think we go for range. And some steely stare damage and that. And then maybe go for that later. And as Luigi is already very low on health, I'm not sure if I want to build health with him. He could just do safety, if anything. And, alright. As tempting as it is, I think I need to do this first. I still prefer having Team Barrier cooldown in those longer battles. I'm gonna leave that though, and those you get, of course, full damage build, which is extra ammo, and L since we have extra, and then just all of that. We got really lucky by getting 2 free right away, but we didn't get any more, unfortunately. Alright, now who do we go for? We just have to defeat 7 enemies, okay. And all of the enemies are just stacked on this right side of the field, so if we stay here, we can probably be fine for the most part. It depends on if they can reach and hit us through this or not. I'm gonna actually have Luigi use a Steely Stare right off the bat. Now that we have the buffs, and we're gonna actually just use our water right now to take out the closest enemy. Then we'll probably move over and turn to... There we go, nice combo there. Took out that enemy, but left Riz a bit And then Peach will just be there mainly to summon a Squashette. We'll summon her, hopefully, so that she can just straight into the pipe, which it's just what I accepted. Then we'll gust these enemies around. Okay, so that's great, actually. I initially thought the Squashette was weaker, but then I forget that she can just do that and just AoE everyone down. So that's actually decent for AoE purposes, that is. Alright. Okay, so this is only 1 turn, but that's fine. Alright, now we also are nearby the other working spots, so we can make that. Okay, can we actually attack from this range? No, we can't. Unfortunately, it's kind of useless here, and characters are useful, so yeah, we're gonna pass. Minion's probably gonna die right away as per usual, but honestly, that's fine. We'll be getting a second minion there to right off the bat, so that can be useful. Honestly, having minions is not a bad idea, too, because if you summon a bunch of them, you could actually get through some battles exclusively letting the minions attack, and then you can just ignore everything else after that point. Meaning you only really need to go in once you have Team Barrier and other abilities to help out. Alright, so I'm gonna set up Luigi with Unseen right off the bat, so he can go in a bit closer and be safe from all damage. And then we're gonna have each character jump up one by one. After a little bit, attack that guy. Who should we tackle after the other enemies? Probably the Medicans first. Yes, it's not Medicham or something. Honestly, when considering I've been in Pokemon so much, the first name that always came to mind when I did that was initially just Medicham, as in the Pokemon name. But, if you look at their name, it's not that. It's actually Medician. Oh, yeah. So I guess I was still incorrect. So it's not Medicham, or it's Medician. So, my apologies if I got that wrong. I was just so confused with Pokemon era stuff. I always get those kinds of things mixed up anyway. Alright, Luigi, I'm honestly gonna have you go first, so that you can actually be on the higher ground. This will give you the ability to attack from a wider radius, maybe, which will help out a bit. And you can drop down later if you need to. As for who we want to focus on, I don't know. Probably getting rid of a good amount of enemies would be great, but I think if I want to play it safer, Bedrooms are probably the best target to go for. Probably just going for one of these enemies is better than. But we can at least attack one of the Medicans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then we'll attack this guy and do the Uni-strat. Okay, if I was gonna use that, maybe I shouldn't have used Team Protection. Or maybe not, okay. Let's see. Dash first, for sure. We don't have a good scenario for this, and there are more enemies coming now. I know we only have to phase. The problem is, because we only have to defeat our enemies, more are now coming in. So now we need to figure out whether we should retreat or not. If we retreat, it'll be safer, but we won't be able to do a lot of damage to the other enemies, and they might just heal up as they have a bunch of Medhams. But if we stay in, we're probably honestly probably set this thing up really bad, so yeah. I'm gonna have to devolve to the old safety strat setup. There's always this one place up that mentions, doubt, make your enemies come to you instead. It's better than doing a different strategy and getting shit for it. Unfortunately, Luigi's one of the characters that is unable to move all the way far, so he might actually take some damage. But I honestly don't really care. We can move in a different turn later once we're done. I do not want to get on higher ground, but I do want to move our into safety. The safest place I could find is probably here, so I'm gonna move them both here. So we'll put them like here. And Luigi can't go any farther than here. We'll just have to tap and run, and then from there we just have to wait for the portal to show up. This might actually be better. Yeah, this is probably better. Some will probably still attack us. Because there's multiple Medmans, they'll probably heal up very quickly. But it's not like we could have done anything about it. Okay, one came through. There's gonna be more that are coming through. Okay, that one just hid. Coward. That one tried and failed miserably. Yeah, I think we might just be doing the bait strategy here, folks. Since we don't have to deal with every single enemy at once, the safest strategy probably is to just wait and cover as much as possible, do dashing and attacks whenever we can. And then maybe moving a bit closer to attack during certain scenarios. I think those is probably the best. Oh my gosh, you still can't attack from that? Oh my gosh, okay. Jeez Louise. Why is this setup really terrible then? Okay, well, in that case, Rose is gonna move around here and attack instead.
Yawn.
Okay, good.
Great.
It took him out. Yeah, I don't think we have a better setup than this. If anything, oh, Peach can't enter himself here, so Peach, you're gonna have to move around there a bit, and Luigi, you're gonna use Steely Stare now. Attack from a distance, depending on where we go.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we can't do that. We're probably gonna use this to take out enemies, hopefully baiting them to run in. Okay, he missed. This will take a bit of extra turns, but unfortunately not much can be done. Not gonna lie, this tower thing might actually take a bit longer than I thought, simply because of this problem that happened. But what can you do, honestly, at this point? Okay. Now we can dash these guys. Peach has a squashette, so we'll just summon that here, I guess, to cause some chaos up top. Of course, it doesn't move them at all, but at least makes it so that they don't target anyone else. Looks like I'll have to switch. Hover briefly with those. Dang it, she's just barely not enough to attack there. In case we'll have no choice but to attack like this.
Weirdo.
It's still good, it's just not great. I was hoping for a better setup there, but what can you do at this point? Right, Luigi does not have a safe setup either. We're just gonna have to let that enemy potentially hit us. We'll still protect, we're just gonna have to let that hit us potentially. Oh wait, we can't even do that. Well, in that case, there's no point in not having Peach Rock cover. So let's do that instead. That one didn't even attack the minion. There we go. Okay, so that didn't bait any to come down. Okay, this one came down. Okay, good. I picked the right time to do that. Enemy went back up. Okay. I think Rose can go for the pros safely. So I should actually just focus on seeing who can defeat the other enemies first. And I should also check Liz's damage now.
Ugh, yawn.
Okay, not a guaranteed mill, but... What about this enemy? Okay, he has a little bit less health. Oh, then there's Luigi also. I almost forgot about him. Okay, maybe we could hit him, but we'd have to go on the higher ground first. So I think Luigi could actually just go on the higher ground now. Oh, wait, that's 50%. Ah! I'm so annoyed that I can't finish this battle right away. Or not. Okay, never mind. Alright, we're gonna definitely win this battle now. Actually, before I do that, I should probably actually just do Rose's attack first. See what happens. Okay, good.
Finally.
I figured they would take him out, but you can't be too... Oh, sure. Now Peach does this, and we're finally out of this nightmare battle. That's it. These 4 battle series took so long, man. Oh, Luigi's already up here. And we actually have a thing to get coins up here, so this is a little bit of a better setup than before.
Woohoo!
Not a great setup, because whenever we have to go up top is typically bad, but we did have platforms to jump around a bit more, so it was a bit easier to get stuff. And we got 2 new arcs we can use in the upcoming battles, but we didn't get an arc there, unfortunately. Now let's see what else we can get here. Well, we'll get more value out of the right side battle, so we're definitely doing that. It's also much lesser enemies, so it'll be much easier. Alright, now we do... yeah, I know how to check spark power. You don't have to tell me twice, game. I'm gonna do E-frame level 2 for now. Level 3 right now, and not get in the other characters. We will probably start using 2 of these, though. Because I think, done correctly, the minions can work pretty well, especially for the battles. They're just not great against the bosses, as you've already seen. We're gonna do Steely Scare cooldown, and now we'll start building HP on you. Peach has only 1... Oh. Peach has no choice, apparently. I think I'll build her some health, considering what happened in the last battles, and some damage, but we'll have to reset the talents then. And Riz, we'll just give her some range. Why not? And you know what? I think what I'm going to do to make this not too balanced out, but also not imbalanced at the same time, I'm going to say that this next battle I do will be one of the last battles I do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. This is gonna be the last battle I do, and then we're gonna end the episode. It's gonna be a bit longer because of how awkward that first battle ended up being, but what can I say? It was a very bad first battle. Now we just have a defeat all, which is a little bit simpler.
Can't we decide this after a nap?
Let's check what we can do with this first. Well, actually, before we even do that, we should have our Squashette Master summoned first. In fact, we should always summon our minion first, because if it survives, we can then give it shields to help it survive more turns. She just went down on the lower side, so I guess we're not saving her, unfortunately. Do we use E3 now? Because we have 2 turns, or do we wait on it? That's the question. I think I'm just gonna use this to honestly. And then, you know what? I'm gonna do the super combo I like to do before. Which means we're gonna send this annoying enemy the pairs so we can get an extra attack off as it goes out of bounds. Then we'll probably have to react depending on actions. Let me stop that. Speaking of reactions, let's just have Peach go over and dash it. It'll still, I think, take the bash, so yeah, it'll fall out of bounds and just die, and then we can just do this, or this. That makes Vez take a bit of damage, but that will be fine. We have plenty of healing, and we could always go heal Stirred if we want. We probably don't need it.
Oh yeah.
Because we can just eliminate the enemy that's threatening us. Just like that, the most annoying enemy is now gone. It's not who I thought would hit him. But they all, man. I was not really expected at all. Alright, I should have definitely protected turn 1 there. I could just use the healer now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do it yet. That might actually be better to just use in the battle, honestly, at this point. Yeah, healing, we could just reset the battle if we need to. Dash. Move. Only have one more enemy to defeat. I guess we could heal up, but it would be tedious, because we have multiple. Let's just do this. Alright, that worked. That worked. Or at least we healed something. We had 3 of those, so I figured may as well use at least one of them. And I think the only thing I'm gonna do differently after this dash is actually pre-set up, I think, a couple of my characters. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. I think what I'm gonna do is pop Luigi all the way up to this upper ground to prepare for the coin collection. And then have Peach move as close as we can so that Peach can be the one that starts the next. Rose will be close to one of the sides, and then we'll have both of the other characters up on high ground. There we go. So thankfully that was a pretty fast battle, so it didn't take long, but we'll have to partially do that other now as well. Oh my gosh, look at that. We start the bat. We're gonna have to leave Rose like here. Peach will start collecting coins. Oh wait, we don't even have a reason to go up there. There's even any coins there to begin with. Oh wow, we're getting lucky. Alright, I guess that wasn't a great bout, but coin collection, but whatever. It's better than nothing, I guess. I did realize they might be lowering... It seems like we're not getting as much from Vex stuff, that's for sure. Alright, so we, of course, have the unique survive battle of the 2 battles. I'm gonna actually change out my setup a bit. I'm gonna have Sparks changed up a bit, dedicated more to survival than anything, with minions actually being on the highest priority now, since minions can help us out a lot with battles. So for that reason, Biz, you're gonna get rid of your attacking one. It seems silly, but we already don't use a lot of anchors, so in exchange we can give Scooper Master a couple of levels. I'll say, honestly, I prefer having Scooper Master max than any other character. His, the Scooper Master is smart and often doesn't get nailed right away, so it can often survive for multiple turns, which is great. The only problem is it could potentially aggro the giant Wild Claw, but if we need to, we could just take him out. Nothing saying we can't just go ahead and take out the giant Wild Claw. So, yeah, Luigi, I'm just gonna get this for you instead. Peach is gonna get now the team barrier set up that she wasn't able to get before. Sacrificing 1 health and damage to get the T-barrier. Honestly, having T-barrier charge is very important. It just helps with tons of safety in these battles. And then Rose is, of course, gonna reset all their talents and go for the uni build, which now will actually have a few extra stuff thanks to what we got. Oh, I don't want that, actually. I want, instead of our other aggression setup, I want uni range and talents instead. That'll be the extra talents I get. Oh, I can actually get both of those back. Get this, and survival's sake says I get one of these. Less damage, but you can't really do much with the giant Log Claw. I think the idea is we're gonna summon both our henchmen right away and then just hope they survive for a long time. For battle, alright, so we're just gonna get a chest, and now that we are filling up on items, let's start getting stuff by maybe having one strong man. Why not? And then starting the next turn, we start getting all the sparks again. But it's not going to happen this time around in this video because, like I said, because everything took so long, I'm going to end this episode right here. Sorry about that, guys, but I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video where we continue on with Tower Doom Level 6. Already is seeming a lot more tense, that's for sure. It definitely is getting more difficult, so yeah, I can tell you that much. I'll see you guys, though, in the next video. Until then, feel like you guys enjoy, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.